Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 17th of March 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the classic tarot for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say and what energy is coming up for you on Wednesday, the 17th of March. So we've got the King of Cups, the Six of Swords, wow, and the Seven of Wands. You can see that there's a lot of opposition, there's a lot of pushback. So just be prepared for that on this day, for not everything to be accepted first time round, for it possibly to take a few times for you to get it completely right. Don't get overly frustrated if you do have to push a little bit and if you do have to revisit certain things. It's unlikely that everything that you have ever wanted is just going to fall and click into place for you easily. There's a lot of effort involved. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups. That's a court card, and he represents love and a positive type of masculinity and the kind of man you'd want in your life. Someone who is consistent, he's in touch with his feelings, he's nurturing, he's giving, he's authoritative, he's in charge, he's a ruler, he's able to be there for you, he's creative, he is emotionally available, he's loving. And the King of Cups really represents the best of the court cards, especially in the Suit of Cups, because it shows that there's stability among the emotions. And that's really difficult because water is constantly up and down. So he's got this stone throne that's sitting on the water, which is impossible, but he's achieved it. So he's found that there is a way of maintaining the emotional equilibrium, and that's why he's able to be there for other people and to keep his heart open. But not only that, he's able to enjoy the greatest things in life, the greatest joys. He's able to leap and to have fun and to experience bliss and love and attraction and contentment and all of the positive things that you can achieve in life. So the King of Cups is a figure that says you are sensitive, you're able to take things in stride. It also means that you have this quality within you to be there for other people, to be loving. If you show up today and if you represent some sort of stability, or if you're familiar, don't be surprised if other people kind of gravitate towards you, because the familiar and the secure will be very, very attractive on this day. The only other thing that I'm noticing is that he doesn't look as happy as the other King of Cups. He looks kind of grumpy, in fact. And the way he's holding these things is almost like power. And the King of Cups is about love. He's not about power. He doesn't really get angry or scowl. And this seems very bombastic to me. It's like over the top. So he seems a little bit coarse, I think, for the King of Cups. He seems somewhat aggressive. He doesn't seem completely happy. Of course, if you're in love and if you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that you're just on a perfect high all the time, that you never have negative feelings, emotions like anger or frustration or anything. But this is the card as it's presented. So you would only present the things that you would want to be associated with the King of Cups, and he happens to not look very happy. So I really think that this King of Cups, with his kind of imposing nature and almost overbearing presence here, could make you feel somewhat irritable emotionally. And like if someone challenges you, you go into, bear mode and you say, oh, I have my feelings, this is what I want to be doing, how dare you challenge me. I don't get the best vibe from this King of Cups, which is quite difficult to do because the King of Cups is just this loving, amazing energy. So you have the capacity for that, but watch out for anger and watch out for being self-righteous and pushy and imposing yourself on situations where you don't want to be. And if you find someone else doing that, then the best way I would say to deal with this is to be very clear and to say, well, thank you for, bulldozing your way into my life here. Thank you very much. But actually, I'm not buying. I'm not interested. So thank you. I think if someone crosses the line with you today, it's really important that you have boundaries in place. So it's interesting because the King of Cups usually isn't a dual-natured card. It's just about love and compassion. And here we've got the potential for that, but also the potential to be annoying and overbearing and pushy. Six of Cups is a journey, not Six of Cups. Six of Swords is a journey that takes place in the water. And the Six of Swords is about travel, leaving something behind, making a decision that doesn't always feel right. It can be scary. Sometimes you need other people's help and you need to get things organized, and it feels daunting, and it's not always the most positive thing. They're traveling in the middle of the night. She's made this decision. By the time they get there in the morning, the day will look completely different. She has a fresh start with her daughter, and she's doing something frightening for the sake of a better life for herself and her daughter. So she's thinking about other people, and she's facing her fears and moving forward regardless of the risk. It's in this ocean. We've got the King of Cups here. So if you are feeling things strongly, you're able to navigate those feelings by preparing, by making decisions, using your insights and your experience, and not dismissing your thoughts about things completely. So you're in the heart center, but you're also in the head, and that's perfect balance between water, feminine, and air, masculine. So you're not a victim of your own feelings. If you are in a bad mood, you don't need to go stomp around and you can't stop yourself. You can say, okay, take a deep breath. Is this worth getting angry about, or should I just resolve the situation? Also, you're not just super dry in the sense of, okay, I need to look at the bills and communicate the rules and articulate. It's fun, it's creativity, it's being able to look at things logically without getting too sucked in emotionally and making a clear, concise decision. So today, if you have certain emotions and feelings that are problematic or really, really positive, you're not at the mercy of those feelings. You're able to examine them, to look at them, to make sense of them, and then to categorize them as you will. So your feelings aren't really going to govern the whole day for you. You have control over those. By having control and letting your feelings inform you in a positive, loving way, you'll figure out how to make progress, how to make a decision, or how to get ahead in life, despite fear. So the King of Cups can really support you in some sort of intellectual, creative, decision-making process, and that's the best way to use the support of the King of Cups, not to take it out on other people. She isn't stomping around the boat saying, push faster, is she? She's just sitting there waiting, and everything will be done. Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is really conflict. It's obstacles. It's a difficult journey ahead of you. It's other people's opinions sometimes being a little bit against you, and it's opposition, obviously. Each wand is masculine. It represents will, desire, his life purpose. He's living it. His life purpose is to get to the mountain and to get to the very top. These people want to prevent him from doing that because they feel threatened. And if he's happy, the faulty belief that if he's living his life purpose, there's only so much on planet Earth, then I can't live my life purpose because he's doing it, so I have to prevent him. That thinking is the reason for every war we've ever had and every conflict. Just because someone's living their life purpose and living their best life doesn't take anything away from you. If anything, it should be something that inspires you and that says, I can do that too. And the Seven of Wands shows you very, very confident and saying, I'm doing what I'm doing. And again, it's interesting because we have these weird vibes about these men who are usually these little angels in the card. I mean, the king is just love. He usually is just this blank figure. You don't even see him. And here he's zoned out and he's inaccessible. And this man with his weather-beaten face looking quite grim and pushy, we don't know if he's right or wrong. He could be saying, my purpose is to, I don't know, get to the dam to blow it up. Or he could be saying, I am here to educate the world and how to treat each other better. You don't know what his purpose is. Ultimately, it's not about the content. It's about that resistance. And if you're moving ahead, don't expect things to just open up because you feel them to be true and they make logical sense. Other people may still be against that, whether it makes sense or not. And if it is all love and positivity that fuels you into making good decisions, you'll be able, we've got 6 here and 7. you take the 7 into your own hands, you become the gondolier, and you're able to understand what is going on. Wow, that is really amazing. I've never seen that before, like 6 and 7 like that speaking to each other. So by not letting yourself be dissuaded from your journey and saying, I feel it to be true, it makes sense to me logically, you may be against it, but I'm doing it anyway. Independence, total independence. That will allow you to capture, reclaim your power and to push regardless of what's going on. And each one of these swords allows you to then critically become aware of what is going on for the other person and why they are in your way, or why they're blocking you, or why they're challenging you, and what you need to say and do to overcome that objection or that blockage or that conflict. So you're really, really empowered, and you're the boss. This woman here at the middle of the boat, she may look like she's a bit paranoid looking back. The daughter's holding on to her. She's really the center of this whole reading, because she's the one who embodies the water, her feelings, her thoughts, what is right for my daughter, and what are my beliefs and values. And she's the one moving ahead, despite a block here, conflict, despite this bossy nightmare. He could be even like a nightmare husband. Excuse me, I'm just going to close the window. So the King of Cups has this great loving energy, but again, there's something about this face that doesn't work for me, and the expression. And it could be like leaving a negative relationship that everyone else thinks is great on the surface, but underneath really isn't, and getting out there in the middle of the night because you're afraid of what he might do if you say, I'm leaving, and moving forward. And despite the fact that you realize he's going to not take it lying down that someone has taken his daughter, he's going to realize that in the morning, get up and do everything he can to push ahead to get his daughter back. All of that threatening kind of potential isn't stopping her. She's still doing it. So it's really a quite extreme energy of doing what you need to do in the moment. You really show up for yourself. And if it's dangerous or risky or ill-advised, if you feel you need to do it today, you're going to do it. So you are a brave little toaster today, and you do what needs to be done, and you can do it. Number-wise, we got the King is 1 and 6 is 7, 7 and 7. 7 and 7 I always find lucky. I find the number 7 lucky because it's the mind and creativity. It refers to that place that allows you to manifest whatever it is you want in your mind's eye. And that is lucky because you can create whatever. So it's a lucky opportunity. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 is freedom. So you're able to liberate yourself by doing what you feel you have to, what you owe to yourself. You really value yourself and you feel like, okay, I owe this to me. I need to do this for myself. And it just becomes crystal clear. So you know what needs to be done for your greatest good. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. If you have something to discuss, like, maybe you are in this relationship where you feel stuck and you don't know what to do next. If you are uncertain about what you're supposed to do work-wise, or what your life purpose is, where you're supposed to live, what's happening for you relationship-wise, or if you have any questions at all, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. And I use the tarot and numerology and astrology in my readings, and I combine them so I can really read your situation and see what's going on, and hopefully give you concrete guidance on how you can resolve that situation and move forward and free yourself. So if you have any questions, then please do get in touch. If you like this video, then please do subscribe to the channel and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.